Did you know that the global temperature has risen by 2.1 degrees Fahrenheit since the late 19th century? Some major issues with global warming I will be addressing include pollution, effects on certain species, and the melting of the ice caps. I've done some research that I would like to share with you today. NASA.gov is the official website for NASA, and according to their website, last updated April 22nd, 2021, the planet's ice sheets have been rapidly shrinking, and between the years of 1993 and 2019, Greenland lost an average of 279 billion tons of ice per year, and Antarctica lost an average of 148 billion tons of ice per year. If nothing is done about this, the planet's poles will continue to shift, and coastal cities will be slowly swallowed up by the ocean. Thousands of people will lose their homes and be forced to move farther inland. The major points I will cover are why the planet's natural resources need to be preserved, the programs that the Environmental Defense Fund has to preserve these resources, and the benefits of implicating them. The Environmental Defense Fund is a nonprofit organization that has been in operation since 1967, and according to their website, accessed on April 28, 2021, their mission is to preserve the natural systems that all life depends on. Climate.gov is a respected source run by the organization called the NOAA. Last updated March 15, 2021, it states that 2020 was the second warmest year ever recorded. Sea levels are rising, animals are going extinct and losing their habitats. The ice sheets are melting, the planet's axis is shifting, natural disasters like hurricanes and tornadoes are getting worse and becoming more frequent, and cold seasons are becoming shorter. Something needs to be done about this. Now that I've shown you the problem, let's talk about what can be done about it. According to the Environmental Defense Fund website, last updated on April 28, 2021, they find practical and long-lasting solutions to environmental problems such as the climate, oceans, ecosystems, and health. The Environmental Defense Fund got a chemical ban that is very harmful to the environment called DDT when they first began, and they are set apart from other organizations because of what they protect and how they protect it. A couple different ways you can help in your daily life is investing in solar panels to power your home, cutting fossil fuel emissions by riding a bike or carpooling more often than you normally would, and to cut food waste by looking at what you don't eat by looking at what you throw away and not buying what you don't eat. Now I will talk to you about the issues we could face if nothing is done. According to the Environmental Defense Fund website, accessed April 28, 2021, there will be a 100% increase in flood risk if the global temperature stays at 1.5 degrees Celsius, and a 170% increase if that temperature is raised to 2 degrees Celsius. If the global temperature stays at 1.5 degrees Celsius, 6% of insects, 8% of plants, and 4% of vertebrates run the risk of losing more than half of their habitats. If the global temperature were to be raised to 2 degrees, that number would be 18% of insects, 16% of plants, and 8% of vertebrates. The World Wildlife Foundation is a respected nonprofit organization, and according to the World Wildlife website, accessed on April 28, 2021, if the global temperature stays as it is, it would raise the sea level by 1.5 feet by the year 2100. And if the global temperature rises to 2 degrees Celsius, it could rise to 1.8 feet. Rising sea levels could impact 1 billion people by as soon as 2050. If the global temperature stays the same, 70% of the coral reefs will vanish by 2100, and if it's raised to 2 degrees Celsius, they will be all but gone. So what can you do? According to the Environmental Defense Fund, access April 28th, 2021, you can make a donation to the cause and join a group of 2.5 million people. You will be making a change by funding sustainable solutions and by being a voice that brings about a change in Congress. The Environmental Defense Fund has already helped to solve acid rain, is still helping to cut climate pollution. To wrap things up, I'd like to cover what we have talked about. We have covered the issues with climate change, the effects it would have if nothing is done about it, and what you can do to help. It is up to all of us to make a change if we wish to continue living on this planet. Thank you for your time.